9 million good tailback. What's up, Irish fans? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Ursuline Irish. Week 9, I cannot believe I'm saying week 9 here at the Golden Dawn. Another good crowd. Johnny Naples and his staff, thank you so much for being the sponsor and supporting Irish football all season long. With my play-by-play, the voice of the Irish, Anthony Romo. Proud to be joined by assistant coach Clinton Lynch. Clinton, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I loved watching Clinton Lynch play at Ursuline High School.
I appreciate it.
Now that you come back and coach at your alma mater and you coach your son, how special were your times here with your family when you played here at Ursuline High School?
Oh, it was a very special time in the late 80s. Man, dating myself.
Well, you graduated in
89.
See, I'm 85, so I'm like really up there. But 89.
Right. Just looking, I'll tell you what, we had great times and we had real good teams. I was blessed. I tell these guys all the time, I just joking around. My senior year, just my running back group, we had 5 Division I athletes.
Yeah, that was yourself.
Myself, Kevin Ellerby, Robert Eccles, Diallo Anderson, and Locke Beecham.
And those 5 all went on to play Division I football.
Yeah, all D1. Just at running back. Just at running back.
So when I say, and Ursuline's had a boatload of good running backs.
Oh, yeah.
This one right here, to me, is the best.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
And then you come back and coach.
Yes.
How exciting is that?
And I tell you, it's so different. And you'll probably ask me this later. All this, who's better?
Right.
It's the game is so different now than it was in the past.
Analytics. It's situations.
It's fast. It's so much faster. You can, we play no huddle. You can get like 40, 50 plays off, and we're not playing. You huddled up. It took a long time.
With Coach Angle, those years were. I don't want the 3 yards in a cloud of dust with good running backs.
That's what it was.
Against good competition and schedules in the city, Anthony. In those days, similar to what Ursuline's playing now, your schedule was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah, it was top notch.
And for you to be able to have your son go here, how cool has it been to kind of pass the tradition down of the Ursuline green and gold on to your son?
To him? So that process started like early. Like he was coming around when he was in like 3rd, 4th grade, coming to games. So he was introduced to it early. Me coaching him, that actually came later. That's a long story how that happened, but how that happened, I didn't seek to become a coach. It just happened like that. And I think when you see the whole process of him growing up in the process, and I was coaching, and he was still in junior high, so it wasn't really about him yet.
Sure.
So when he came up, I think a lot of times it probably was harder for him because people looking at I'm coaching my son, but all of them are my kids. You have to really
absolutely.
I'm not just coaching one guy. I'm coaching 6, 7 guys, and I'm responsible for them. So, so that makes it special.
And I'll ask this from the whole running back room perspective, from your vantage point, to be a good running back at the high school level, from a fundamental standpoint, what's the biggest thing that you have to focus on?
So it's different at different programs. I think in our program here, it's tempo. You have to be able to run certain tempo. You have to have good vision, things of that nature. Maybe other programs, it's straight power. You just running down the field. But I think the biggest thing with us is to be able to handle the tempo. You have to be a smart player. You have to be able to pick up pass coverages and blitzes and things like that. So you're not just a running back.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to be a full-time back. And you saw that just not even this year. You saw that last year with DeMarcus. He's a
talented out of the backfield catching the ball.
But he started as a receiver the year before.
Yeah.
So he came back, and so he was just a complete athlete. So it just works out.
With Clinton Lynch, assistant coach at Ursuline High School, where he had a phenomenal high school career, went on to Illinois. We'll talk a little bit about that. You hit something for me.
Mm-hmm.
You get a chance to coach everyone. Mm-hmm. One of the biggest credits as a coach that I can give you, I see a lot of kids want to be around Clinton Lynch, and that's a credit to you, how you are with kids. Mm-hmm. I will say this. I had the opportunity to coach my son.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best things that's ever happened to me, and you touched on it. Also, one of the hardest things for the son, because You play because dad's there. You do this because that's today's society.
Mm-hmm.
I give Christian Lynch all the credit in the world because when I asked him, in my opinion, Clinton,
Mm-hmm.
he could have played as a starting running back at a lot of places last year and had a phenomenal career. And he talked about learning from DeMarcus,
Right.
learning from the staff. You talk to me, this football team's good because of tempo.
Yes.
There isn't many teams, and I've been able to watch you guys practice, Anthony. The conditioning's off the charts. The offensive line is outstanding, but that's the group that gets to the football first to get everybody going. And to play running back, you have to know where you're blocking at, who's your backside. There's a lot of things that most fans don't understand that it's fast, but I also got to know what to do when I see a call from
I
side.
think you're just running around.
No, it's not just running around.
No,
There's a lot of things happen from when you're sprinting from the ball being down to getting there. I think this group is really talented at that.
Oh, like you said, it starts in the trenches. Our group up front, it's
they're good.
Phenomenal, man.
Right.
That goes without saying. But I think that our backside and our skill complement them.
No question.
And I think that we're starting to really starting to catch our stride. Excuse me. We were always trying to figure out how we're going to get everybody involved, and I think it's really starting to happen now. So, man, I'm excited. I'm excited because, as we say right now, our goal is to win a state championship.
Yes.
We don't we don't apologize for that.
And
we're going
you know
for
what?
that.
We talk to every week with kids that say that, and a lot of teams will say that.
Yeah.
A lot of teams maybe don't believe that, but will say it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this group believes it, says it, and is talented enough to do that.
Right. So that's the goal. So you figure. So if this is week 9, so we're more than
going to get better every week.
A little bit more than halfway through
to
our
where
season
you want to get
because
to.
we're looking for 16. So that's
I love
that's
that
how
answer.
we're looking. And so right now, we're finding other things. We're showing other talents that we have,
sure.
and I think hopefully will become some bad matchups for people later on.
I think there's some bad matchups coming for a lot of people, Anthony.
That's the plan.
So, of course, football is a week-by-week game. You kind of learn new things every week about your team.
Mm-hmm.
What was the biggest thing that you learned about this Ursuline team from last week's victory against Villa Angela St. Joe's?
Honestly, nothing.
Nothing?
No.
You just took care of business.
We took care of business, and we were prepared. We were ready to go. We game planned. We pretty much knew what we were going to see, and we just executed. And it looked extra special.
Absolutely,
but we were ready. We were prepared.
It's the kind of games that you expect.
You know what I mean.
Maybe expect's a bad word, but that's Ursuline's capabilities.
Right.
Against the schedule we play.
If you were able to draw it up, that's how we saw it looking. Yeah.
Well, let's draw that up for about 7 more weeks. Can we draw up that same plan?
Oh man,
Clinton Lynch, one of the best running backs at Ursuline High School, if not the best. I go back watching you play at Illinois. How special was that? And do you maintain those relationships? You had relationships at Ursuline, all those guys you talked about as running backs. I know you stay in touch with them, but from an Illinois standpoint, those relationships have to be special.
Absolutely. I talk to them almost daily. If not, texting and things like that. Sure. It was definitely a special time. It's funny just going to Illinois at that time. Everybody said the Ohio State thing. You say, no, we actually, this is a big thing. This is a big thing at Ursuline. Okay. I won 4 times. I beat Ohio State 4 times. Right. So that was a big thing. So we keep
4, right? 4 times.
4 of them. And one of my buddies, actually, an Ursuline grad, his name is Brian Cook.
Okay.
Man, he went to Ohio State.
Safety, right?
Right. He was a 4-year starter for them.
So you got to run him over a little bit and get up.
No. But he never beat Illinois the whole time he was at Ohio State.
And I'm sure you remind him of that regularly.
Absolutely. And we also won a Big Ten championship. So I feel real good about it. Every once in a while you have to talk about the rings. So
how exciting is that for you to know? Because in my opinion, Christian's, in my mind, a Division I football player. Is there anything you share with him about your experiences recruiting, those types of things?
Yes and no. It's different. Like now, it's different. It's a different, with the portals and things like that. It's just different. I don't know if it's better or worse. I'm not sure yet because it's so early. But I hope he has the opportunity to play at the next level. I think he's good enough. But at what level, I don't know yet. But we'll figure it out.
No, he's definitely. I'm going to say it. He can play, in my opinion, at a big time level. His vision and his skill, to me, on some of the runs he makes, and the biggest thing for me, I know you coach your running back. The yards after contact are phenomenal, and I think that's what people don't understand about a Tyreek Dunlow, about Christian, the receivers that catch the ball. There's a lot of guys that make a lot of people miss or get 5 or 10 more yards after contact.
Right.
Clinton Lynch, one of the favorites at Ursuline High School. You represent Ursuline High School so very well on and off the field. I know Coach Reardon loves having you on the staff. Wanted to have you on. Glad we had Christian on. Let's keep that same game plan for about 7 more weeks. It'll get a little colder, I think. I hope not, but it looks like next week's in the 40s. I don't want to look that way yet. But
that's my problem. I don't mind game day.
Like Coach Reardon, he's in shorts. Are you one of those shorts guys in game? No.
Nah, he'll tell you I'm soft with that.
That's okay. I'm soft with it too. That's why I like sitting in the press box.
I could do game day. We're fine.
It's the daily practice. Well, Anthony and I will think of you when it gets a little colder on daily practice. We appreciate you coming on. Clinton Lynch represents Youngstown Ursuline still to this day. From his days at Illinois, represents your son, this football team. Best of luck to you.
Appreciate it.
All righty. Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
All righty.